I know, we're stackers, and talking about budgets isn't exactly a sexy topic. But I'm not just here to show you pretty coins. My mission is to help you become a better investor. It's essential to have a budget when it comes to precious metals. Because frankly, stacking is addicting. So while it's not quote unquote sexy, it is essential that we address this because I've seen way too many people rush into precious metals, love the feeling, end up spending way too much money, and then having to liquidate their stack. So the challenge for us as stackers really becomes trying to figure out, as the youngsters say, ball on a budget. Let's talk about it. When it comes to doing a budget, I want you to have these 10 guiding principles in mind, as I think they will make all the difference in the world and ensure greater success for you. First concept, there's always money for what we find important. And while that sounds very philosophical, it's also very pragmatic. That if stacking these coins, getting as much as you can, is what's important to you, you'll find the money to help you purchase them and purchase them in a responsible way, most importantly. And so that might mean tightening your budget. It might mean spending less money eating out. It may be shopping around to find a better insurance company that'll save you $100 a month so that you can use $100 towards stacking. The point is, if getting as many ounces as possible is important to you, you'll find a way. The second concept I want you to think about is investing your time before you invest all your money. We always have more time than we have money. And when you put your money in, you want to know that you're making a solid investment and that you've done all the research and all the homework so that you can increase the probability, the likelihood of you being successful. So I know it doesn't seem like it's connected to the budget, but it is an important piece to make sure that you invest more time than your money when you initially start out. Next, you have to have a budget. Like I said, it's just too enticing. It's just having the metal in your hand, it feels just great, and you know you're holding something real as opposed to $200 or $300 in my hand. I love this feeling far more. So I want you to have a budget, stick to it, and then use your desire to accumulate more of this to help you figure out ways to increase your budget. 4, have a game plan and stick to it. Forget about timing the market. Forget about trying to save that extra 20 cents and seeing if it goes down, especially in this bull market. We have experienced a tremendous amount of volatility. Just a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, gold was well over $2,000. And now it's back under 1970-ish. And so there's a lot of volatility. Don't worry about trying to time it. Just worry about making good purchases. Make sure you reduce the amount of that premium. So if you buy every month, buy every month. If you buy every paycheck, just buy a paycheck and dollar cost average in. Don't worry about the gyrations. The gyrations of the market will drive you crazy. Resist the temptation to build your stack overnight. In other words, don't have stack envy. And don't get me wrong, you get on Reddit, you get on YouTube, you see all these people with these incredible stacks, and they have just bars and coins and everything everywhere. And you want that. And I can appreciate that. But I want you to do it responsibly because, as I cover in a future video, Fools Rush In, you often will find yourself overextended and having to liquidate at a lower price. So resist that temptation. You are running your own race. It's not in comparison to anyone else. Everyone else's financial situation is different. You worry about your financial situation and what it allows. And if it's just an ounce every week or a couple of constitutional coins, you start where you are. And then we figure out how to increase. But don't rush in. Utilize private sellers. I know that that's a little bit of a dicey topic, and I have another video coming up to talk about how to do that successfully and how to make sure it's a great experience for you and for the seller. But I want you to think about your private sellers as being one of your sources for getting metals closer to spot, especially if that individual is in the need of some quick cash. I want you to think about how to reduce your expenses in the form of premiums, taxes, and shipping. You don't have to worry about taxing and shipping if you're buying at your local coin shop. And so while it's wonderful to look at some of these great deals online, I want you to also think about the cost of taxes and shipping and how that plays into the overall cost of that purchase. And sometimes, as I have found, you'll see that your local coin shop still beats the online dealers because of all the other fees that they add. But your premium is the most important thing. I'm not worried about if I could have bought silver 20 or 30 cents cheaper. I can't control that. But what I can control is how much I pay over premium, over stock, excuse me. And so that's an important piece for you. Number 8, I want you to track every purchase, every ounce, every gram that goes into your stack. You see, I can go into my spreadsheet and I can look at this AppMex 10-ounce bar and I can tell you the day that I bought it, who I bought it from, what the spot price was, what I paid per ounce, what percentage that is above spot, as well as what percentage that represented in my stack. And that's an important thing because, as I say in one of my other videos coming up, what gets measured gets managed. And so your responsibility is to make sure that you're making good purchases, and you can only do that if you can look at the details related to that purchase. So I know it sounds a little nerdy, I know it sounds a little bit over the top, but take the time to track your purchases so that you can see the trends, you can see what's going on, and that will help you make better purchases. Number 9, develop a strong relationship with your local coin shop, as well as a reliable online source. Your local coin shop can help you understand the nuance of what's going on with the market, help you get a sense of if it's a good time to pause or what's going on with premiums, and those things can save you a lot of money over time. You still have to have an online source. It's a great place where if you can just hold on and wait for some sales, you can find some incredible deals. Number 10, always keep some dry powder. Predicting the markets is really almost impossible at times, but we do know the trends. And so your ability to have a little extra powder for some of those once every now and then kind of deals that you find at your local coin shop, or especially with the online dealers, is really important. As I share, anything below $2 or below spot, I buy. And so it's important that you have a little powder so when you see those phenomenal deals, be it from your local coin shop or from an online broker, you have the opportunity to jump and pounce on those deals. The key here is to take the time to find out where you are, have greater clarity about your ability to make purchases and make purchases that fit within your budget and within your lifestyle. It's not where you are, it's where you're going, where you're heading. And so if it means you only stack an ounce a week or a month, that's okay. That's one more ounce than you had before. So before we close out, I'd love to hear some of your comments around budgeting, what you use to budget, what's helped you, what influence it's had on your stacking. and anything else you'd like to share. Please take a moment to hit the like button and make sure you subscribe because I don't want you to miss any of the upcoming videos we have. And as we always end, always stack smarter and never stop learning.